Lobster isn't just food, it's an event, a moment that brings people together for something truly memorable. It's a symbol of luxury, celebration, and indulgence, reserved for special occasions or when you want to make an ordinary night extraordinary. When you see that bright red shell, the glistening lemon wedges, and a dish of melted butter, you know you're in for something special. A meal that's as much about the experience as the taste. But behind the indulgence and the glamour is a high-stakes, multi-billion-dollar industry that never sleeps. Fleets of boats, tough fishermen, and a complex global supply chain all race against time to deliver lobster from the cold Atlantic waters to plates around the world in under 48 hours. The business is relentless. One storm, a sudden change in regulations, or a single trade deal can make or break fortunes overnight. For decades, Maine was the undisputed king of lobster, its name synonymous with quality, tradition, and the American dream. But in the unpredictable world of global trade, nothing is ever guaranteed, and the tides can turn quickly. While America enjoyed its reign at the top, Canada quietly prepared, building its own industry and waiting for the perfect moment to take the crown. What followed is a lesson in seizing opportunity, adapting to change, and surviving in a cutthroat and ever-evolving market. The U.S. lobster industry, once untouchable and thriving, suddenly faced closed doors, lost business, and an uncertain future. Canada stepped in, capitalized on the moment, and cashed in big, changing the balance of power almost overnight. This is the story of how the lobster world flipped upside down, reshaping the industry forever. So grab a bib, because things are about to get messy, unpredictable, and more dramatic than you might expect. The stakes? National pride, family legacies passed down through generations, and the future of a global delicacy that means so much to so many. It's not just about dinner, it's about who gets to serve it to the world, and who gets to write the next chapter in this ongoing saga. Let's dive into the battle for the lobster throne, where every catch could change a life. And trust me, it's a wild ride. One you won't want to miss. Maine is the heart of American lobster, its cold waters perfect for Homarus americanus. Lobstering is a way of life here, woven into the state's identity. Just across the border, Canada's Atlantic provinces boast even colder waters and a massive fishery. Canadian lobsters, some say, are firmer and sweeter thanks to the icy depths. It's a rivalry shaped by environment, same species, different flavors. Like wine, the terroir matters. Maine's softer shells are easier to process, while Canada's hard shells survive long journeys. For years, both industries thrived, serving their markets and facing similar challenges. But invisible borders soon became real barriers. Different regulations, trade deals, and certifications split their fates. The stage was set for a dramatic shift. The next chapter would be written not by the sea, but by politics and global economics. The lobster war was about to begin, and only one side would come out on top. Trouble started brewing in 2018 when a fierce US-China trade war erupted, shaking global markets. China retaliated by slapping a hefty 25% tariff on American lobster, making it unaffordable almost overnight. Maine's fastest-growing market vanished in a flash. Orders were canceled, shipments rejected, and cargo terminals went eerily quiet. The supply chain crumbled, leaving lobsters with nowhere to go, piling up in storage. Europe brought more bad news. A free trade deal with Canada eliminated tariffs on Canadian lobster, while US lobster faced an 8% tariff, making it less competitive. European buyers quickly switched to Canada. It was simple economics. Meanwhile, environmental concerns piled on, adding to the woes. New U.S. fishing rules to protect endangered right whales led to a red list warning from sustainability groups, further complicating matters. The industry's reputation took a significant hit, and buyers hesitated, unsure of the future. It was a perfect storm: tariffs, trade deals, and PR disasters, all converging at once. Maine's lobster industry, once booming and thriving, was suddenly in deep crisis. The world's best lobster was locked out of its biggest markets, unable to reach eager consumers. Meanwhile, the competition was watching closely and waiting to pounce on the opportunity. The American lobster dream was on the ropes, teetering on the edge. Could it recover from this blow? Or was the crown about to change hands for good, slipping away to the north? The answer would come from the north. And Canada was more than ready to seize the moment. The tables were about to turn, and the world was watching closely. As America faltered, Canada seized the moment with strategic precision and foresight. With U.S. lobster locked out of China due to tariffs, Canadian exporters ramped up their operations, filling the void with tariff-free shipments that were eagerly welcomed. Cargo flights from Halifax boomed, carrying Canadian lobster to Asia's hungry markets, meeting the demand with efficiency and speed. In Europe, Canada's free trade deal gave them a price edge. Duty-free lobster flooded in, and buyers quickly switched allegiance to the Canadian suppliers. Canada's success wasn't luck, it was a well-executed strategy, meticulously planned and brilliantly executed. Years of government investment in trade deals and seafood promotion finally paid off, positioning Canada as a leader in the global lobster market. When the U.S. stumbled, Canada was ready with product access and ambition, capitalizing on the opportunity with remarkable agility. The lobster war was won on two fronts, China and Europe, with Canada emerging victorious. Canadian companies expanded, relationships deepened, and the world took notice of their growing influence. America's loss became Canada's windfall, a testament to their strategic prowess. It was a masterclass in turning crisis into opportunity, showcasing the power of strategic planning. The lobster throne had a new ruler, and it was undeniably Canadian. And the world's menus reflected the shift, with Canadian lobster becoming a sought-after delicacy. Canada's lobster coup was complete, marking a new era in the industry. The industry would never be the same, transformed by innovation and strategic vision. The lesson? In global trade, timing and preparation are everything, and Canada mastered both. And Canada played it perfectly, securing their place as a dominant force in the lobster market. The numbers tell it all. Canada's lobster exports to China soared past $1 billion. Demand was so high, exporters chartered jumbo jets to deliver live lobsters across the Pacific. Family businesses grew into global powerhouses, investing in massive holding tanks and processing plants. The industry diversified. Frozen tails, lobster meat, and bisque hit markets worldwide. Canadian lobster became a symbol of quality and smart business. The Made in Canada brand was everywhere, backed by sustainability and pristine North Atlantic waters. Success fueled more investment in marketing and technology. Canadian delegations inked billion-dollar deals, securing the industry's future. They weren't just selling lobster, they were selling a story of purity and responsibility. The world bought in, hook, line, and sinker. Canada's lobster empire was built to last, and it all started with a single, well-timed opportunity. Lobsters are more than a meal. They're marvels of nature. They taste with their legs, chew with stomach, teeth, and never stop growing. Molting is risky. Lobsters shed their shells and hide until new armor hardens. Their blood is blue, thanks to copper, and they communicate by spraying urine from their faces. Each has a dominant claw, crusher or pincer, and can regrow lost limbs. Lobsters can live over a century, growing bigger and more fertile with age. Their resilience and adaptability make them top ocean survivors. These bizarre creatures are tough, complex, and full of surprises. No wonder they've become a global delicacy. Behind every bite is a story of survival and evolution. Lobsters are the true kings of the sea, and their story is just as fascinating as their flavor. Canada's lobster boom transformed coastal communities. Wharf prices soared, fishermen paid off debts, and towns revived. Young people stayed, seeing a future in the fishery. The lobster became a symbol of national pride. Canada had outsmarted its bigger neighbor. The industry's success was felt everywhere, from hardware stores to real estate. Meanwhile, in Maine, the mood was grim. Prices stagnated, costs rose, and uncertainty loomed. Generations of tradition were threatened by forces beyond their control. The contrast was stark. Canadian optimism versus American anxiety. The lobster war wasn't just economic, it was deeply personal, and the ripple effects would last for years. Meet Liam in Nova Scotia. He bought his first boat, hired friends, and built a life thanks to the lobster boom. For him, it's about hope and community, not billion-dollar deals. Down in Maine, Bill faces rising costs and lost markets. His family legacy is at risk. The Canadian boom fueled investment in traceability and sustainability, ensuring the industry's future. Consumers can now scan a QR code and see exactly where their lobster came from. The U.S. fights back, developing new markets and products, and battling to clear its environmental reputation. Both sides show resilience, one riding a wave, the other fighting to stay afloat. The stakes are livelihoods, traditions, and the future of entire communities. The lobster war is about people as much as profit, and the next move could change everything. The lobster wars aren't over. The U.S. is fighting to regain lost ground, lobbying for trade deals, promoting Maine lobster, and innovating in processing. Canada is diversifying markets and investing in sustainability, knowing their advantage may not last. The future will be fiercely competitive. Price, quality, and logistics will decide the winner. Consumers will benefit from more choices and better prices. This is a lesson in global trade success. Depends on politics, marketing, and adaptability. Both industries have proven their resilience. The battle for the seafood crown continues, on the seas, in boardrooms, and at dinner tables worldwide. The story is far from over. Who will rule the lobster world next? Only time and tides will tell. One thing's certain, it'll be delicious to watch, and the world will be hungry for more.